Yeah, I saw that you're having some problems with that.
Well, apparently there were two things going on. One was YouTube wasn't linking correctly yesterday. And then before that, come to find out I had auto DJ on, which after you finish with a set of stuff, it auto starts playing something different. And so it kept going to copyrighted stuff. Like it kept just
Oh,
randomly jumping into my into my collection of music and just playing random stuff. I'm
interesting.
like, I can't be doing that. Did you see the Terraria announcement?
Yeah.
I am pretty excited about that. Okay, let's see. Now I have to double check to make sure it's working correctly because it was
Yep.
giving me so much grief yesterday trying to make this work. There we go. Perfect. Says I'm live. Okay, good. Glad it's working this time. Yesterday was all kinds of hokey, so go figure.
Yeah.
So I went to the dentist yesterday and they gave me a, I don't know what you call it. It's a type of um, full top composite filling. Basically, I need a crown, but not yet. And where crowns are, a couple grand, up to a couple grand, like low end, I think a crown is like 6 to 800, and upper end you can do 2 or 3 grand on one crown, because I don't know, but depending on what it's made out of and how they do it and everything. But anyway, so I went and had a composite filling put in instead,
Mm.
and my insurance covered it.
Yay.
Like flat out covered it. Well, even the crown would have only been like $200, but the fact that it completely covered it, it was like I went in, I was there for 3 hours, and they charged me $15 for my doctor visit fee. I was like,
It,
what the crap? I'm like, how do you guys make money? you know?
yeah. Like people who don't get cavities.
This is true. Oh, I gotta adjust my music real quick. Hang on. About right there, I think is where we're at. Anyway, but yeah, Nate. That makes it so good. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm up to, let's see here. I'm tier 20. OpQ is tier 36. And we're gonna hit some missions or something.
I wonder if I actually have any other equipment I need to do. Let's see. I have not even been to Monte Punku or Espiritu Santo
So do you have a bunch
or
of like
Malta.
campaign stuff that you haven't finished yet?
Yet I still haven't even beaten the story.
Well then let's do that.
Okay.
How far away is A? It's right down the hill. Yeah, if you want to start like plugging missions, I'll help you do them.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Like that's actually how we've kind of been doing it, because like we've got 3 or 4 people that kind of jump in and out of playing, and depending on who's playing, we just play someone's campaign.
All right, I'm switching back over to my normal equipment just because I've just discovered over and over again, as much as I want to be good with the sniper rifle in this game, I'm not.
Right.
I do okay with my MK17 as my current combat rifle.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't taken a look at this in a while. Got some
I'm just
scope.
grabbing a
We'll go get for it.
I'm just grabbing a collectible real quick.
That's fine.
I've beaten the game and gotten the 100% thing.
Do you like the ACOG 4 times or the Comp M4 better?
Um,
I better aim with it and see if I like it.
I usually go just with a I usually just use a panoramic sight on all my guns.
Yeah, I like the scopes. Well, the thing is that statistic-wise, this has better range, so it'll do better damage at longer distances, which is a little bit more important in this mode as far as I understand.
Hmm. Typically in this game, most of the time I'm very up close and personal. Like, I'm not more than 200 meters at any given point, so I don't care as much about a bunch of that other stuff. Like, it still is important, it's just not as important, per se.
Right, I understand what you're saying, which which is why I actually have my assault rifle with the ACOG scope. I think is what I'm gonna go with.
Right. Your mic's what's the word? We're getting,
Tinny?
well, I'm getting, like, a little, like, breathing feedback on your mic or something.
You probably are, and I'm sorry for it. One of the problems I have is that the dog chewed off the fuzzy cover.
Oh, so that's just the way it is. That's fine.
Yeah, and buying a replacement fuzzy cover is like $15 plus shipping, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
At that point, you might as well just buy a new headset, right? Or buy a new mic.
Maybe. Except for this is a really nice headset. And the replacement mic is about the same price, so you're right. You're right.
Yeah. If we're lucky, we might get Schroeder or Thermo or someone to jump in with us. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I still have hopes and dreams of having a full team of like 4 people in individual attack choppers going wild in this game. Has yet to happen, but I still have hopes and dreams for it.
That's alright.
Yeah, I'm still 1.4k away. But I'm just checking to see if we have any.
I'm actually going to fast travel to right next to you.
Yeah, go for it. We're technically
I asked the rebels to send over a
1.4
vehicle
away
for
here.
us.
Here's your combat vehicle, amigo.
The problem is the tip of my tongue, because they numbed me up to do the that's where I was going. Funny thing about the whole this whole thing that I got going on, like the dentist, is they full on jokered me from like the Dark Knight. Like
Yeah, with the I always call it the raincoat thing.
Stay sharp. It's under SB control.
It's the split lip thing.
Yeah.
I guess when they
Yeah,
threaten
they
to shoot
did that
any
to
departing
me.
flight out of the air, you figure it's safer
Not
to
on
take
purpose. It was just I was dehydrated at the time of my appointment, and so by the time they did everything they were gonna do, totally split my lip in half. It's like, ow. And even worse, I told them not to worry about it, just to keep working. So they did.
So
Now my lips all
Santa
busted up
Blanca's
on
been
the
all
left
over
side.
this area. Higher above
Well,
edges
one of
pockets
my
are
problems is that I'm
As far as
actually
a miner's concerned,
highly
what's the difference between
resistant
the two? One
to
boss is as bad as
most
another when you're
dental
trapped a mile
painkillers.
underground.
So they have to really shoot me up. And if
Yeah.
they don't do it enough, I start feeling it partway through. So I make sure that if they have to do anything dental to me, I'm like, no, shoot me up. I need like twice that normally. I wouldn't mind having 3 times that. I'll be okay.
Yeah, mine. They had to numb me up.
Bowman didn't have any intel
3
on what
times?
this Wagner guy looks
They
like.
did it once, and
That's
they're
what
like, you
CBX likes
shouldn't
to
be
say
able to
when
feel
in
your
doubt,
lip by now.
ask
I'm like, I can still
I
feel
think you
my
left the
entire
word
cheek.
motherfucker off the
And
end
they're
of
like,
that
oh,
sentence.
so they
When it
redid
comes to my
they
ex, the
shot it up
motherfucker is
2 more
implied.
times and then went to work.
Drone is up.
And then I ended up going home and taking a nap immediately
Target
after
number 3.
and sleeping it off because I didn't want to deal with it.
Count is now 5.
I'm looking at a small group of tangos. Eyes on a small group of tangos.
Remember this being a particularly annoying location to attack. It's not hard, it's just
15
annoying.
tangos.
Well, yeah. You know what? even though it says I haven't cleared this
Plus, the
mission,
rebels were
I
recon the
vaguely
area for us.
recall
Transmitting
invading this
intel on
place.
enemy positions.
Oop, press
And a
wrong
tango
button.
with multiple civilians around.
That's a shame.
That's really funny because it didn't alert anyone. Like, no one
Well,
cared.
There's the EMP one, so... Let's see, suppressor, single shot.
Yeah. Yeah, Nate, I would definitely recommend this game. Mind you, if you're planning on getting Breakpoint as well, the odds of being able to 100% the campaign and get everything ready before Breakpoint comes out is possible, but man, are you gonna have to put a lot of time into it. Just hitting tier 1 is incredibly dumb. Like, you can basically replay the campaign about 4 or 5 times before you'll hit tier 1. Which isn't a bad thing. It's a fantastic.
What's the controller to
Alarms
change
are
what
down.
shoulder you're looking over?
It's one of the bumpers,
Okay.
I believe. Was I right?
No idea. One of the bumpers? It's R1. Because I'm looking, it says L1 is flashbang, and I don't want to play that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm technically on about my 3rd playthrough right now on this file that I'm on. Because I've helped, like, I did my entire campaign, and then I've helped Thermo do half of his, Schroeder do half of his, and Ward do half of his. So I'm like 2.5 campaigns in,
We got a mounted
and
weapon.
I'm only on tier, like, one full campaign is almost tier 1, is almost 2 tier 1. And then starting tier 1, you're then restarting, basically. Do I play with the controller? Oh yeah. I play almost every first-person shooter game on my computer with a controller if I can get away with it. And the reason why is I was
Their PC controls are pretty good too.
the what?
I use a keyboard and mouse sometimes.
Say what?
I use a keyboard and mouse sometimes too, and it's pretty good for this game.
Yeah. Well, I'm originally from Xbox. Like, my first gaming console of any kind was an Xbox. And so my first time ever playing a game was like Halo. And so it's always been a lot more a lot easier for me to play with controller than it has been to play with keyboard and mouse. And the other thing is I'm really bad at remembering all the 10,000 buttons on absolutely everything.
Alarm is off.
When it comes to keyboard and mouse, it's really easy for me to keep up with it on keyboard. Alright, I'm working my way up the back of the mountain.
Okay. I have done pretty well clearing through the front. I'm just not too happy about trying to shoot at snipers because I'm sure I'm going to miss.
Yeah, I'm sneaking up the back because there's a bunch of snipers on top of this thing, and they're all, like, all the ones on the very top can see the next tier down, so it's easier if you get to the top first and then work your way from the top down to make sure you get everyone without blowing any cover.
Tango 15.
Okay, I think there's one last dude, and I don't think I'm going to have the range to spot him.
I'm looking at a
That
small
guy?
group of tangos.
Did I tag the last guy?
No, I managed to tag him.
Okay, because there were 2 dudes patrolling on the back here, which is one of those good to know moments because I almost shot the one and then his buddy would have seen. Okay. Love how his buddy just magically knew.
That's one less bad guy.
Zombie bad guy.
It's true. This game does things like that. It just drives me nuts. The guy's got barbed wire in front of him, and I'm using one of the most powerful ARs in the game, and like a burst through the barbed wire blocks 100% of the bullets. I'm just like, really?
That tango's down.
Oh. They seem to be panicking at the main location.
Yeah, it's because I had to take out a dude at point blank.
Well, the target might try and jump a vehicle and run, just so you know.
Well, if he tries to jump a vehicle other than the chopper on top of the building, I should be able to get him.
Well, we're supposed to interrogate him.
I know. Ah, they're all coming to you.
Are they really?
Yep.
I mean, I didn't do anything, but okay.
Well, because I'm right here, and they all just left me.
Again, the stupid barbed wire.
Let's see, what's the button to grab people? R3? Circle?
Yeah, if they're all coming to me, that's fine.
Well, I've got the dude.
Trying a simulator.
I think I've got him in a safe place to
Tell me where I
interrogate.
can find Popo's boy Wagner, or I start shooting off toes.
You got some anger issues, Wade.
You got some anger issues, Wade.
Wagner was snatched off the street by Gideon's guy.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a chopper and go. No, that's the passenger
What do we
button.
think?
I don't want to be a
Popo's boy
passenger.
snatched by Nitty's crew? I sure as shit don't buy it.
I'd say Nydia's got something to lose, and she thinks this Wagner guy can help her keep it.
See, it's the part where she's getting audited, and then magically her, she grabs the auditor dude. Like, how is that gonna help her case? Like, you know what I mean? If you're innocent, you don't want to kidnap the guy sent to audit you. That just doesn't make any sense. That screams you're guilty.
I asked Pacatar to send us vehicle.
Oh yeah,
Kind
we
of.
got your helicopter.
What difficulty are you currently on?
Medium probably.
Okay. That's good, because this mission in particular has a bad habit of spawning enemies directly on top of you, and I'm on the hardest difficulty, so having one of us not on the hardest difficulty might actually help the chance here. Make this a little bit less painful. I love this attack chopper, this thing is the best. Take it you shot the two dudes out front?
Yep.
Okay. If you can manage to get him, I can keep the enemies that spawn in off of you. See, if we had known better when we played this on, what was it, Ghost Mode, we would have had two people in attack choppers on Overwatch. Looks like there's one left.
Yeah, but he's hiding behind some barrels. Give me a second.
You're good. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Thank you. But who are you?
For now, just know that we're the people keeping you alive. Let's move.
Look, there's a gun part.
We're like, Pulpo sent us. The best lie of our time. The guy you work for? Yeah, he sent us. Is he following you?
No, I've grabbed him.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't see him, so. Okay, you're stoned. There we go. I was too far away. I was 100 meters out, so I just saw you running. Sweet. Like that, for you know, enemies 6 inches from me.
Nice shot.
Yes, sir.
Escape, bueno. Can you at least tell me who the hell you are? I know you're not Santa Blanca.
Not your concern.
It's when you hire contractors.
Another tango. We got a
In
third.
serio, I have not seen the
Fucking hell.
Seriously.
You alright?
What's your problem?
Wait,
Yeah, I'm alive.
Is he alive?
I think so.
Is the vehicle gonna blow up, or is the vehicle okay?
Oh, the vehicle's not gonna blow.
Fuck, fuck, fuck!
Who's still shooting at me? There you
Crap, it's in a terrible spot. You know what I've got? I think I've got a chopper down here.
do.
Oh, it's too far away. Oh well.
The problem is there's a vehicle right up the way, but it's got bad guys on it.
Yeah, give me just a second.
So
I'm actually not. I've actually got a pretty good gun on me for a one-hander.
Are you just gonna try and shoot?
Give me a chance to try and take the car.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this chopper.
Eyes on a small group of tangos.
Right into the butt. Perfect.
Okay, I got it.
Perfect.
I'm looking at a small group of tangos. Eyes on a small group of tangos.
This time I'm gonna fly slightly ahead so I don't have to accidentally nuke you.
Yeah, you didn't get me that time. I was actually trying to jump them and almost did it too.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like,
Alright, here we go.
little convoy?
Well, if you at least stop it, I'll go ahead and
Oh, it's
pick up the
nuked. I mean, it's on fire. Everyone's dead. It's great.
Okay, well, I'll stop by and tag it. I've got cars coming up behind me.
No, you don't. Really? It's things like that that drive me nuts about this difficulty. On lower difficulties, I don't care. But on this difficulty, it annoys the heck
Food
out of
truck
me.
secure. Let's call in the location to the rebels. They can send
Nice.
some people
Got
to
some
pick
side
it up
comms.
later.
See, the issue I have is where I full on rocketed into the side of a vehicle, right? Like it was a reinforcement vehicle. I nailed it, like full on hit the vehicle with 2 rockets. The vehicle explodes and all 6 guys pile out of it and then start shooting at me. And I'm like, your pickup truck took 2 military grade rockets and no one died? You know? But yeah. This is ultimately one of those games that I'll probably get tier 1 down to tier 1, and then I'll probably turn tier 1 off just because I don't care.
I don't suppose for me it really matters that much.
Well, since they've made 2 or 3 major updates, and since the updates, it's a lot better. And since those updates, like just having the AI update, that one was awesome. And then they did another one with the how easy or hard it is for people to track you or find you. They changed that, and since they've made those changes, it's a lot better on the harder difficulties. Nailed him. Nerd.
Yep.
Okay,
I totally didn't care, so I just skipped the cinematic.
you're good. I
think
still
I've done
still
this
have
one
to
before.
interact with it too. Heading in. Just saying though, when Breakpoint comes out, I'm definitely gonna
And who was it that
do
attacked you?
everything. Like, I'm gonna 100% the game. I'm gonna do all the difficulty stuff. I'm gonna everything. Just because for how much I love this series and how much time I love putting into it, I might as well do everything at least once.
Well, I appreciate the bad guy for the new one is apparently the guy that played the Punisher
Is he?
TV series. Yeah.
What's our next mission?
Give me a second. I'm nabbing
Buckle up,
dude.
people.
Okay.
Only one way you're walking away from this alive.
See, I'm actually sad at who they picked as far as the character, not the actor, but the character, because one of the very last DLCs in this game, you actually get to play with him on your team, and I like him. Like, I like him a lot. I think he's a great character, and then they made him the bad guy in the next game, and I'm like, really? I would have loved to have him be either the main character in the next game or be your number 2 in the next game. Like, have you be you and then him be your number 2. I would have loved that way better than having him be the enemy in the next game. I would have much rather had him be my best friend in the next game.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Have you marked the next?
I've got a major intel I've got to go pick up at point B.
Oh, 700 away. Gotcha. Alright, I'm on my way. So one of the things I found was the entire point of the, what do you call it? The entire point of the
Drone is up.
prestige crates
I'm looking
was
at a
to
small
mimic
group of
the
potatoes.
crates on the
Eyes on a small group of
Rainbow
tangos.
Six Siege.
Yeah, you know, I haven't even seen those on Rainbow Six Siege. I haven't played it for so long.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege has every game you play gives you an additional 2% chance. Like it basically like it has this ring and then it spins, and there's like a 2% chance that you get a pack or whatever. And then so as you play, it's like you play one match, you get 2%. You play another match, now you're at 4%. You do another match, you're at 6%.
Deploying drone.
But every time you play, it flips the coin
Tango
basically and tries to get it for you. And if it gets it for you, then sweet, you got it and you move on, which is cool, and you get some pack. The problem is, and this is the big issue that everyone says about it, the amount of packs you will open
can't find any
before you
Sicarios out
start running into straight duplicates is rather stupid.
So, are they just like the ability to unlock certain equipment?
It's all, that particularly is all cosmetic.
I'm a terrible shot.
That's okay.
Look at all the bullets I just shot.
Oh, I'm using the FAL for some reason. It's because it hits like a truck, that's why. It's because the FAL at level 12 does like 30% more damage than the LVOA at level 30, you know?
Check this out. Nydia buys her makeup online.
Does that receipt have a delivery address on it?
Why, yes, it does.
Bet she ordered from a computer at that location. We hacked that machine, we could make it look like she's skimming cash.
Good idea. Let's hit it.
Really, civilian? Really, lady? I shot a civilian because the civilian came
Tango
running
down.
at me. I sidestepped, fired once, sidestepped again, and then the civilian ran directly in front of me. Again. I'm like, really?
Let's see how they like a simulator.
Really? I hope on the next game that they make it so that the animations of the character are actually correct for what they're doing. The guy that saw me just now and gunned me down, when he started firing on my screen, his head was facing 180 degrees away from me when he shot me down. Like, his body was like 90 degrees towards me. Like,
Yeah.
but his head was facing the other direction when he open fired and downed me. I'm just like, whatever. But anyway, so basically in the in Siege, as you play, you earn credits, which are used to buy in-game content. As like, it's kind of the whole like in League of Legends when you want to save up and buy characters or buy specific cosmetics, kind of a thing. They have that currency, and then they have the coin flip, and the whole point of the coin flip is to give you just cosmetics. But I believe it is loot llama based, where you can buy a zillion of them and then open them.
Yeah.
But then the odds of duplicates are really, really high. Did you get your thingy, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Another major intel right there.
In theory, if I just start the mission that is next on your list and you join in, it should count and you shouldn't have to go major intel hunting.
Yeah, but they've also got equipment next to them. Are these anything I want? There's laser sights, the terrible submachine gun, the MP7, the AUG-3.
I like the AUG-3.
Anyway.
The one thing I did enjoy in this, as far as the crates go, was the basic crates. There's two of them, the Spec Ops and then the Ghost War crates. And it is possible when they're on sale to just buy all of them. So like I got 100% of the Spec Ops crates and the Ghost War crates, which is great. I love it. You know, I got 100% of that content, and that content was phenomenal. That's where I got my super cool chopper and a bunch of my stuff that I wear all the time. One of my close combat finishers came from that.
I don't even know if I have any of those crates, so...
The prestige crates are the ones that drive me nuts, though, because it's like there's 12 legendaries, 27 epics, and 100 rares, and yet I opened 6 prestige crates the other day, and I got 5 duplicates. So out of 6 crates, I got 1 new item. And that was it.
Well, how do I check if I have crates?
So you go to your menu, and you scroll over to loadout, and at the very bottom, it's below parachute and items, there should be one called crates.
I see.
And then
That's
you go to the crates page, and then you can either go to the store and buy them, or you can, and so like as we do like the...
We got a mounted weapon.
What do they call them? Hang on, I gotta look at it. The, yeah, the challenges. As you do the challenges, the community challenges give you prestige. The task force, which if you're a member of my task force, as we do stuff, you'll get that one. And then there's the solo challenges as well. Oh, I need to do that one. In extreme difficulty, I deploy the bird system, complete the mission El Pulpo. In extreme difficulty,
where does it show the challenges at?
Aggressive competition. What's up?
Where does it show challenges at? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, it's just a scroll over.
Task
Now, the
force,
solo
target
challenges,
drive.
they redid the way they work, and they're much better now. It used to be that you could only do the solo challenges on single player. Now they've redone it where... Oh, and the challenges, there was only one challenge a week to do. Now there's one challenge a day. And the solo challenges can be completed while playing co-op, but the... as much as I work towards it, it only counts towards me, not towards you. So you have to do the challenge yourself to get it.
I just got one that said that from the stationary position.
Hang on, I need to... Whoop, not that.
On drop.
Hang on. Let's get off the foul and go back to our crossbow. I really enjoy the crossbow because it's very quiet for this difficulty level.
Yeah, it looks like the solo challenges you have to play the higher difficulty level, which I wouldn't mind doing, but I'm still haven't beaten the main story, so.
Right.
That's one less bad guy.
The thing that I like about the crossbow is you can technically kill enemies that are right next to other enemies as long as they're not within... As long as they're not, like, looking at each other, you can typically shoot someone and get away with it with a crossbow. Like, this guy was standing literally in the doorway.
That
guy you
tango's
just
down.
shot. He was literally standing in the doorway. His buddy was like 2-3 feet away, and it didn't alert him.
Just building on the second floor. Let's see, I feel pretty accomplished with my Evo 6. Silence seems to be pretty quiet.
Yeah. I like the crossbow because all
Got
of
some
the
accounting
guns...
records for a Santa
And it's
Blanca.
weird, I don't understand the whole point of putting the noise reduction level on the crossbow, because
Never.
literally I'll be within 10 feet of an enemy and crossbow another enemy and he won't hear me. So like it might as well always be maxed out because I've never seen it not work. Okay, what mission are we doing?
I'm just grabbing this gun up here.
Just looking to see if there's anything here that I cared about. Oh, there's one skill point down there.
Well,
I'm to
we
the
got a
point
thing
where
that's-
I've got like... Woo!
I guess we're going up there. That's also where the AUG 3 is.
Oh, this is the bank mission.
Are we going in a fancy vehicle together?
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, if you want.
Yeah, just let me hunt one down. See if they have any vehicle we care to take. We can take this one. Hey,
Let's go.
kitty. There's a Tigger curled up on my lap.
I think it'd be a vastly entertaining experience to have a Duke try and crawl into my lap.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of big dogs. Lots of food. Lots of food
very-
and big poops, you know?
Well, I'm very happy to have owned Duke. It's been a good experience, generally speaking. But I will probably never own another dog this big.
Right. See, my wife wants a pug at some point, which I'm fine with. Mainly, I'm just waiting until we build our own home first. We're planning to build sometime in the next 10, 12 years, hopefully.
I wouldn't mind getting an American Bulldog. They're built like little tanks.
Right.
If I was a more active person, I'd probably be willing to get a more active dog, too.
I forgot to announce that I'm live. Whoops.
Oh, we got a jammer.
There we go.
Third target.
You can still fly it a little bit outside the jamming.
We got a mounted weapon. Tango 5.
On the lower difficulties, I thoroughly enjoy this game.
I like it on the harder difficulties, too. It just depends on what you're
Drone
doing.
signal's jammed. I
Well,
can't see or
on
hear a
like,
thing.
I'll play this on like the second or third difficulty, so the two middle difficulties, and I will literally knife the entire base. Just because I can, because it's fun. Is there only one dude up in the tower here?
I think so.
Kill confirmed.
Yeah?
Now there isn't. You got the shield dude?
Talking about him?
Yeah.
One sec. Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Target eliminated.
shut the damn alarm off.
One of the things I wish they would have done in this game is added more crossbows or more crossbow variants. In the one DLC that they did, they added more crossbow stuff. Like there's 2 or 3 different crossbows, explosive, all kinds of weird stuff. I just wish they would have ported it over to the main campaign and not just that one. Because it was cool. It was cool stuff, but it was only in the one part of the campaign. So it's like, meh. Having just one crossbow only,
Target is
or
down.
like having a bow and a crossbow would have been really cool.
We got a mounted weapon.
I was still really tempted to just go through the entire game using the hand cannon you get by having own Black Flag.
Got eyes on a mounted weapon.
That one that goes blah boom.
Yeah, but you only get one shot. It's terribly inaccurate.
Oh yeah, I was dinking around with it earlier. Actually, I don't know if mine's the Black Flag one. Hang on.
Got eyes on a mounted weapon.
Oh, I remember this one.
The Jackdaw pistol.
Yeah, that's a good gun. It's just terribly inaccurate.
The Peacemaker would have been a funny one too. Joker would have been funny.
That tango's down.
Oh,
I asked the rep.
someone inside that monstrosity seems to be alerted.
Tango down.
Yeah, we're gonna alert a few more of them. Sorry.
Boy.
Esta mierda era para nosotros. Maten ahorita mismo ese recabrón. ¿Qué chingados esperas? A partir de la madre con todo. Vamos a enseñarles quién manda. ¡Disparen!
Charge! Come on, guys. Where's the charge?
They're all inside the building that's locked, so they're not going to do anything. In theory,
Tango
there
down.
is the dude over here, but I'm waiting for my...
He got me. He's up on top of the roof now.
Well, I was heading to the objective, which is to interrogate the bank manager. I don't know.
So was I.
Crap, the fucking alarm.
You can be able to reach me by chance with your thing.
Well, the jammer's still up.
Drone is there.
Oh.
I can't see squat. My drone's being jammed.
So there's a chance you might have to wait and reload
The
in.
bank manager is just kind of running around
I
like
asked
a
the
chicken
rebels
with
to
his head cut
recon
off.
the area for us.
Yeah, the problem is he's too close to the enemies.
Right. There's a guy on the gun on top of the building, too.
I'm actually nowhere near that. I'm down off to the right. Yeah, the bank manager's run around in the back, which is fine.
Right. I can respawn.
Probably a good idea.
Really?
¿Qué chingados esperas? A partir de la madre con todo. Vamos a enseñarles quién manda. ¡Disparen!
Oh, crap. I spawned, and that chopper was right over my head.
Saw that.
Thank you.
You know, I've fallen through the world in this game once or twice.
Oh yeah. I have too.
Trying to remember where the power plant was in this one. Oh, I can go get the AUG. Tell me, do I like the AUG?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a good answer.
See, I just don't like that they do this. It's a... Yeah, I just hope in the next one they'll hone out a couple things. Okay, I'm gonna try out the honey badger. Oh, and I can adjust it too.
Give me a second, I'm going to take a look at the new assault rifle I picked up. Its handling is a lot better. Which honestly, if I can use this to replace my... Well, let me check to see if it has the 3-round burst, because that's kind of important to me.
KT
Yes,
Pontus
it
is my
does.
favorite Pontus. Typhon and Pontus are my favorite skins in this game.
Some weekends I have not unlocked.
Too. Pretty much all the KT skins are my favorite.
See, AUG 3. I might have a new close range.
This is Nomad. We've got the access codes. You got rebel forces ready?
To make a withdrawal of hundreds of millions of Bolivianos? Of course.
Wait for our signal. Nomad out.
Need to try this out. So I bought an in-game gun.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna try it out for a little bit. It's called the Honey Badger. It's a suppressed SMG
Interesting.
or submachine gun. Which I really need to set up a thing where I can have people pick the gun I'm gonna use or something, just because it's I own every gun in the game and I don't use any of them. By the way, did we happen to kill the jammer that's right back here?
No.
I asked the rebels to do a recon of the area.
Give me just a second.
That appears to be everyone.
Alarm over here.
The alarm is disabled.
Wait, what? Hey guys, would you happen to have seen where the thingy is? Here. There's the door. What the heck? I saw the jammer, went to run at it.
Frag out. Get
There.
some.
That ought to do it.
Deploying drone.
thank you.
Glad you got him because I had to reload just as I cornered.
Yeah, wasn't a fan of him shooting my rebels that I freed. This is definitely one that once we sweep this building, I always call in rebels.
I'm gonna throw a flashbang in.
Go for it.
Watch out for the flashbang. Target is down.
Lots of civvies coming down the stairs. Watch out.
Tango down.
Hi, kitty.
Tossing a flashbang.
Crap, I'm no good at throwing
Oh, God,
flashbangs.
I'm bleeding.
Haha.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
By the way, I'm probably not very good at this game.
I don't care if you're good at it or not. I just like having people to play with me.
I would have laughed if I could have got him through the floor.
Depending on the game, you can.
Okay, I found the way up.
That tango's down.
Haha, I fell down just open fire.
Oh, I'm down. The guy that got me too, he was not marked.
Yeah, I got him.
Well, it was one of those, I scanned the building and then got killed by a guy inside the building that wasn't marked. So go figure, right? By the way, you planning on, like, reviving me at some point?
Well, I started reviving you, and then some guy from outside shot me,
Oh, I see.
and it stopped me from reviving you.
Ugh,
Hey, hey!
took you so long.
Oh boy.
Stupid rebel, don't get in my way.
I'm asking the rebels to draw their attention.
Copy that, Yankee. Troops are moving into position.
Eyes on a small group of tangos.
Target number 2, there. Second target, right there.
How we doing?
Hooah.
Copy that. A third team will be right there.
I'm heading for the staircase up top.
I'm got out of this front door pretty well covered.
Okay.
Deploying drone.
Enemy down.
I'm throwing up a drone so I can keep everyone tagged.
Spotting another tango.
Typically they come from the sides and then from the front, and then eventually we get a helicopter or two coming from above.
Well, I'm using the El Bastion, which is a pretty decent light machine gun. Seems like we got a lot of dudes to the
Okay,
right.
there's a dude up here.
The intel from the rebels just
Space
spotted.
route local.
Target down.
Heck. For how many rebels I called in, they are not helping.
Third target.
I had a guy coming from behind,
Okay.
but I took
Okay.
him out, so
There we
they
go.
late.
No, I just had a guy literally appear on top of the building with me. No idea where he came from.
Frag out.
Like, for how many rebels we have in the area, like, I got... There we go, back to hunted, that's better.
Frag out. Heads up.
Maybe I like the stoner better.
The stoner's a great one.
Got another tango.
Guys spawned from behind us.
Baby makes 3.
Mark 2.
The rebels are here. They get to loot the vault, and we get to hit the road.
Alright, looks like we got this taken care of.
Yep. Ah! So I bought the honey badger, so I'm gonna have to play with it for a while now and see.
That's okay. I've got I kind of changed how I wanted to do this.
Okay, just making sure everything was still up. My thing was doing weird stuff, so I didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
Did you pick the next mission?
I'm choosing it now.
Ah, the old personal computer mission. I remember this one.
I asked the rebels to send over a vehicle for us.
Because the rebels have cooler vehicles. Apparently.
Say what?
Oh, whenever you summon a vehicle, your character goes, Bowman has vehicles, why are we asking the rebels? Apparently the rebels just have cooler vehicles.
Well, Bowman's on a budget. The rebels aren't.
Sure
Anything
are a lot
the
of light
rebels
switches
steal.
up here.
We borrowed it from Kazim.
June, there was only 6 of these ever made. How did you get one?
Oye, amigo. Misión completa. The Sicarios are down and you boys are clear.
Muchas gracias. We could not have taken the vault without you.
Just don't spend it all in one place. And make sure you spread the word that Pulpo helped you get that cash.
To fuel the infighting, no? Bueno. You Americans are smarter than you look. Gracias, Yankees.
Love how some of the rebels are kind of like nice and some of them are not. That guy is quite nice. Oh boy.
Well, at least we survived the landing.
Nope. Help!
You didn't survive the landing.
No, the way the vehicle was rolling when I hopped out, it dropped me directly in front of it and then clobbered me.
Thanks. Tango marked. He's a little close to civilians. I got a target carrying submachine guns.
Deploying the drone. Tango 5.
So this is a weird year as far as games go.
Another target. Count is 10.
Did you see the
I asked the rebels to recon the area for us.
one that Keanu Reeves is involved in?
A video game that Keanu Reeves is involved in?
Yeah, he's part of the new project Cyberpunk game. People are pretty happy about it, but right now Keanu Reeves is the internet's boyfriend.
Target eliminated.
It's gotten along.
Right. Is there any way on Earth I can do this without the whole world blowing up?
Yes, because I'm here to help you.
Oh, good.
Because I was sighting the guy underneath. Except for now, now we're gonna get the whole world on us. That's my fault.
Frag out. Come mierda, culeros.
How's that for a wake-up
Frag out.
call?
Frag out.
Well, I'll show you a wake-up call. I even got a hit on that guy. Yeah, come on, let me see you.
That's one less bad guy.
Shooting you through the floor was impressive, but that was much better.
There we go.
Here's her
Yeah,
office.
the honey
Let's take a
badger
look
is
at that
fun.
PC.
But it's not the, it's not the
Transferred
crossbow,
about $50
you
million
know?
from Nydia's accounts to accounts that look like Pulpo's. It's artless, but it'll get the job done.
There's a crate in here. I think they changed it so crates refresh on session.
We'll leave a marker so the rebels can pick up the supplies later.
Because it used to
That
be
makes some
you
sense.
literally every supply box in the
Got
game
a 20 on an SB network
had
antenna.
one use and
Let's
then
go
it
turn
was
it off.
done.
Well, then they added the new mode, but then again,
Well, I just mean I've done the same missions 3 or 4 times now with people, and we still collect the same crates on all of them. So it's like, it seems to have refreshed. Oh.
Alarm over here.
What's the next mission?
I've got a 10% air shield down in this base.
Air shield.
You know, we can do missions, and I can do stuff like that later.
Either or. I mean, if you keep doing the missions in this area, I mean, we'll be attacking that base here in a minute anyway.
Okay.
There we go.
Alarm is off.
Alright, want to summon something, or are we going to start something here?
We'll pick the next mission.
I've picked a spot I need to go.
B?
Yeah,
Is that a major intel?
yeah.
Here, just tell me
I
what
don't-
missions you have.
I have completed... See, this guy is... El Pulpo. I have completed Bank Heist, Nydia's Cache, and Right Hand Man. So the second and last mission I still need to do.
Steal one of Santa Blanca's cash trucks and hide it in El Pulpo's garage. When Nydia Flores
give you
finds
the
out,
option to join?
she'll blame Pulpo for the theft.
Yeah, it says, oh, no. It just says you're doing it.
Alarm over here.
I shut the door. Alarm is off.
Steal one of Santa Blanca's cash
There you
trucks
go.
and hide it in El Pulpo's garage. When Nydia Flores finds out, she'll blame Pulpo for the theft.
So we have to hijack, which means we can't destroy the vehicle.
No. This tends to be a particularly annoying mission.
I asked Pat Katari to send us a vehicle.
Look. Whee!
I'll drive.
I love how you didn't bother to disable the alarm, you just took off with it.
Yeah, is there a way to disable the alarm?
Well, it automatically turns it off after so many seconds, but it's just, it's one of those mechanics that they put in that sort of makes sense and sort of doesn't. Like, the rebels will give you a truck. Like the rebels you'll call in a special vehicle like that from the rebels, and the alarm is still on. So like, you
That's
hop
really
in the
fun.
vehicle, you called in, and the alarm goes off. It's just that vehicle. Every time you get in that vehicle, no matter the source, it does that. Did you zoom past it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
There's one less bad guy.
Oh, this is
Oh.
yeah.
That's no good.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, and because this game is this game, it's gonna it's gonna just bone me. Yeah, this game.
It's my fault.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just even stupider than that. Like I'm standing there. I drive past, and they're just like, oh, enemies are coming at you from all 6 directions or whatever. And it's just like, never mind. I'm just gonna stand here and get downed. Now, was it you who struggles with the heavies, or is that someone else?
It's probably someone else. I don't feel like I really struggle with any of this. I just suck
Someone.
at the game.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, kitty. That was probably the whole... We died, so it reset us, and then we were too far away from the objective, so then it reset us again. Rather than do it at the same time, because, you know... Hi, kitty cat. Alright, I vote we set up further in town.
Hang on, I'll drive.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, hey, kitty. You gonna hop off? So, I bought a brand new mouse, and it's freaking awesome. It was so good, I bought a second one to use with my laptop.
Yeah, what kind are you using?
It's a... I'm not gonna look. It's a... It's called an ET7.
Okay.
An ETT7 is the type of mouse.
I'm using a Logitech G602.
I just went on...
But that's a really spinny mouse.
I went on Amazon Prime
Uh-huh.
and went looking for mice that have the top reviews for gamers with the lowest cost. And it's a heavy mouse.
I like those.
Yeah, it's really heavy, and it's very... What's the word? It's got the whole, like... It's very flicky. You can flick it really easily and swap a bunch. Okay. Whoop. Nope, not that. Okay, I'm gonna set up a different drone.
Okay, I'm gonna just open fire on these dudes because I feel like it.
I mean, go for it.
Driver's dead.
I mean...
Other driver's dead.
Get EMP'd! Doesn't do anything because everyone's dead, but that takes all the fun out of it.
Oh,
I'm
God,
gonna
I'm
die.
bleeding!
Especially with that grenade they just threw at you. Lol. In theory, there's one guy left on the left in the bushes.
There's a hill between him and me.
Yeah, I'm just cresting the hill right now.
There's also guys behind, probably.
Wow, this guy's way over here.
Okay, I'm not moving towards him until I spy behind the other vehicle. Yeah,
Is that everyone?
that's everyone.
Alright.
This is now my favorite gun.
Which one?
MK249.
Bullpo has a garage in the area. We'll
I don't
drop
know
the
if I
truck
know
off
that
there.
one. I'll
What the
have to
hell
look and
kind of
see which one that
accountant
is.
has a garage?
It's a light
We're trying
machine
to
gun,
invest in all sorts of businesses
and it's
to help
pretty
launder his
accurate,
boss's
and I
money.
used it to punch through the driver cage pretty easy.
Oh, it's an LMG. Yeah, I don't use LMGs too much, at least not on the harder difficulties. Just because the recoil versus the DPS is not worth it. Like, I do weapons with short controlled bursts that are really, really accurate. Ones that I can put 5 or 6 rounds into a quarter, you know?
Yeah, I understand that. I like those too, which is why I have my 3-burst shotguns that do that kind of thing.
Okay. This is me in full reverse. There we go. It's the weirdest thing ever. Put it into reverse and didn't move. Like,
yep. And so...
And I ran over another civilian.
Yes, you did. Should I just camp out here?
Probably. Well, bye-bye.
Oh, that's right, because you have to get out undetected, too.
Uh-huh. You can either, and it's funny, because you can either kill everyone, or, like, you can literally just drive in and no one questions you.
Eyes on a third.
Here's target number 5.
I really wish you could clamber on more things, because I would just clamber on this box, clamber on that, clamber over the wire and step out.
It'd be nice if we could help each other climb over things. That'd be even funnier.
Like full, what's that, what's the game that lets you do that?
Oh, I don't remember.
No, it's a Tom Clancy game.
Was it one of the,
Splinter Cell?
Ghost... Splinter Cell might let you do it. There's some co-op stuff in that. Some of the Ghost Recon games may have let you do it. Army of Two lets you do it, but that's EA.
I just gotta wait for the guy who just clambered off the box to walk away.
Oh, good. I just saw him pop a squat. It's like, holy cow, who knows how long he'll sit there.
Longer than I want to have to deal with. Now, I believe we have to walk out on foot. If you drive out in a vehicle, it doesn't count.
Interesting.
Some weird program mechanic.
That's it.
Yep.
Now Bowman can leak the location to Nydia.
Now I can go back and kill
Nydia
everything.
will start gunning for Popo.
Sure can. So the honey badger is an interesting weapon because it has a suppressor and you can't take it off.
By the way, I don't really care about stealth at this point.
Target is down.
Alarm is off.
Okay. Next mission?
We got the crown.
Crown? El Pulpo. Oh, is this the one where we have to escort him?
Yes.
Oh, I hate this one.
Call forth a chopper.
Call forth
we can
the
get
mighty
in.
vehicle.
Ask the
We
rebels
can get
to send
in
a
the
vehicle
chopper.
for us.
Call forth the mighty bird.
The whirly bird.
This is one we found that having one person in the chopper and then one person in an Unidad APC is a great combination
I
His
got it. I'll
Unidad
fly.
PC is as fast as he tends to go, but has all the bullying power in the world with having the durability. So like you can take 2 or 3, you know, full vehicle encounters in stride and not die. And you can bully everyone off the road. And then literally you just bully them off the road and it's like, and no one cares because now they're rolling down the side of the mountain. And then you have your helicopter guy nuking people from the sky as fast as you can. I love how it says reach without being detected, and you're opening fire with your minigun.
I enjoyed that.
I'm sure you did. Do you want me to fly around
Didn't
behind and
detect
call
that.
you an APC, or
Uh,
do you want to try doing it with just the chopper? Oh, that was
I don't
loud.
mind driving an APC around.
Okay. So in theory, if I come land right here and call in an APC, it should put it right next to the thing there for you. Like literally right next to the house. Cool. Armored buggy, rocket chopper, Gatling chopper, Zeus pickup, super gen. Unidad
I asked
APC.
Hakatari to send us a vehicle.
Oh. I
They
don't
put it
know.
up behind us.
Huh?
They put it up behind us.
I have
Oh,
no
there it
idea.
is. I see it.
Oh, it's right down there. I was like, where did it go? It's camouflaged. But yeah, you should be able to literally just walk right up to his hideout and activate him, which is literally the corner of that red box you're at.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
know. I can see it.
Yeah, and then sprint back and you should be good. Oh, there was a collectible right there. Oh, let's see, I'll get away.
I've got eyes on Pulpo's safe house. Let's sit tight till he comes out.
Oh, look, here he comes. See,
So
I don't
just
know
run
why.
things over.
Huh?
I just want to run things over.
Go for it. See, I just don't understand why it doesn't let you grab him and
Here's
then
the guy.
take him
Let's
there.
move.
It's a protect him
another
mission, not an escort, or not a grab and take him mission.
Do I go ahead of him or behind him?
Either or.
Both.
Bandito's incoming. Open fire.
No.
All right, I'm going.
Basically, just ram everybody who's in your way.
Yeah, and they totally just knocked me off the road.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh man,
Alright.
I see you.
I'm trying.
You're good. And I blew up a rebel. My bad. Shouldn't have been hanging around Pulpo, man.
Soldados, chicos. Llenan de plomo esos culeros.
Ooh, chopper, attack chopper. Not good. Not too far away. What are you talking about? I'm 150 meters directly above him. Whiners. Alright, I'll fly lower. If we
I'm
do this
smoking pretty bad.
If we do this flawlessly on the first try, that's gonna be nuts. This is one of the most annoying missions to do because literally someone coughs on his vehicle and he slams on his brake and jumps out. It's super annoying.
Necesitamos espera. A partir de la madre con todo. Vamos a enseñarles quién manda. Disparen.
I don't know if that scared you a bit or not, but
No, I'm fine, but I can't stay in this vehicle any longer.
you're good. Who shooteth me?
There's guys in a truck.
Oh, apparently there's Unidad nearby. Don't know where.
Why are you not getting in your chopper?
Is he standing at the chopper?
He's just standing at the chopper. I can go bump him.
Alright, well. Hey, apparently,
Hey, he's right here. What happens if I shoot him now that we accomplished our goal?
I don't know, we got the experience. Go for it.
Polpo is clear. Say again, Polpo is clear. Let's get out
Polpo
of here.
is shot in the head by an LMG.
Yep, he was.
Love this chopper. It's so much fun. Anything good in the tower there?
I've got a...
So apparently, and I didn't know this, all of these airport towers have a hole in the top. So you can literally fly a helicopter way up in the sky, dive out of it, and then parachute onto the ceiling, and then drop down in and get the objective, because there's a lot of objectives that are at the top of those buildings. And you can actually just parachute in from above. I didn't know you could do that until, who was it, Luna? I think it was Luna who showed that to me.
Alright.
Next mission.
I got a lot of these.
I love how Polpo's body is just laying there.
Well, I'm gonna fast travel to K-Main's Charlie. Or do I have a better one? K-Main's Alpha. And I'm gonna take a quick bio break.
Okay. I probably will too, actually. Well, he's taking a bio break. I'm gonna take a bio break, so I'll be right back. I shall return.
So, is it you that makes it spawn all of these sports cars at every single safe house?
Alright, I'll drive. Drone's not working. We're being jammed.
Submarine fleet? I love these missions. Half of these missions you can do from that chopper. Checking on my boaties real quick. Click. So much money! Oh my gosh, it's making noise! It's making noise! Tell it to stop! Good grief! I'm gonna get copyrighted against the copyright. Like, what the crap, man? Look. See, this is the I like my ears or my hair to be warm, but I don't necessarily like my ears to be too hot. Oh,
I have apparently brought reinforcements upon myself.
I see.
They're all going to eject in that one corner.
I asked the rebels to send over a vehicle for us.
Or keep driving and leave. I don't mind if you guys just leave.
I need to
That'd be fun.
pre-order the next game. I haven't pre-ordered yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to pre-order.
Crap. Well done.
It's called a jack chopper. Oh wow. You don't have any friends over here, do you?
No, don't worry about it. I got 30 seconds.
How did that not kill anyone?
I don't know. I didn't see any explosions.
Woo! Oh, come on. That was bogus. It missed. It missed, like, on my screen completely, and then it said my chopper blade exploded.
Ah.
I don't buy it. Alright, so send everyone there, and then send everyone else to get steel. Oh, hang on. Is there a boat I can upgrade to while I'm at it? Nope, you take too much wood. What about you? Oh, you take way too much wood. Well, in that case, send everyone to steel.
Yet another drug sub.
Nice. Okay. Gosh. This double, triple, quadruple verification is getting really annoying. Let's do an
I
armored
asked
buggy.
Pakatari to send us a vehicle.
Because as fun as it is to just nuke them and drive by, it's kind of fun to shoot everyone too, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I love how the start of the AVP mission is right there.
Buckle up,
We did that one together.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that with Predator vision on, you can't see him. It's like his stealth systems are so good, his own thermal vision can't even see it. Although supposedly in the movie he gets foiled by mud, right?
Something like that.
So like the most advanced alien thermal vision is defeated by mud.
You know, all I can think of is I watched part of that, and it's they have these guys with huge muscles. It's like, look, there he is, and they can see him up in the tree. Instead of using these giant machine guns they're toting around, they decide to try and sneak around him. I just would have shot a lot of bullets at him, because sneaking around him is how you get killed, which they then proceed to show you in the movie.
Right. Well, the funny thing for me is they do a Mythbusters about trying to beat thermal cameras. There's a skill point right here. I think it's a 3 as well. No, it's just a single, but it's right there. Are there any bad guys nearby?
So there's a few, but if we just go straight for it, it shouldn't.
There's
But
cartel
anyway,
commendation
they do
here.
there's a thermal camera that they try to fool using mud, and the human body just heats up the mud too fast for it to be a viable option to fool the thermal.
Interesting.
It does help for a second, but within a matter of seconds, you're already fully heated up again, or enough that you're completely visible. one thing that they found that did work was, but it was literally like you did it and then ran through, was if you used like a fire extinguisher.
Like they did in Tremors.
I'm not sure.
Tremors is an excellent B-movie horror flick. It's one I was able to watch. It's not really that scary. It's just a monster movie.
Right.
And in the first Tremors, the Tremor monster is a giant worm, and it detects vibrations on the ground and eats people. Fair enough?
Hey, it's Dune all over again.
Yeah. The second one, they evolve, and their second form is like these little lizard monsters that have heat detection.
Okay.
And they use fire extinguishers to run out of a room past them.
Yeah.
You know, a monster with a comical name of, oh, that's interesting.
What happened to you?
So, if you bail out from the gunner...
Oh, that's EMP.
That's an EMP, sir. If you bail out from the gunner, he doesn't roll out, so he dies.
That's kind of silly. Supposedly, if you're down in one of the others, it's possible to have your guys still save you, though. So if you want to be silly, all you do is change to an explosive drone and then just fly over and take it out.
Count is now 5.
All in all, I could see myself doing an entire playthrough using just the Honey Badger as my primary. But on the harder difficulty with the the helicopters being as powerful as they are, I would have to have something powerful as my secondary.
Somebody tell Fitzcarraldo we found his boat.
It's nuts. Something this big this far upriver.
That's what your mama said.
That doesn't even make sense.
That's funny.
What's that?
Oh, they're like, man, how does something this big get this far upriver? And then the one person's like, ha, that's what your mom said.
Got
And
eyes
the other
on
guy
Mount
goes, that
West.
doesn't even make sense. See, technically, a
Tango
shot
down.
in between the shoulder blades, if placed correctly, would be a heart shot from behind.
Want to scan for the guys behind the boat?
I asked the rebels to do a recon of the area.
Oh, double sniper on top.
Why, yes, I'm enjoying the AUG 3.
Should be 2 left. Funny thing was I had all 3 lined up in my sights and I didn't take the shot. Because it was one of those, if I miss, it's going to be so messy.
Third target, there. We got a drug sub to demo over here. Keep security tight.
Wait, what?
You know what? I can make lots of noise.
Hang on.
You know, I can make lots of noise.
Go for it.
Tango down.
Whee!
Shitballs.
I take it you unloaded with your,
My LMG.
yeah.
Yep.
Called the rebels
rebels for some indirect fire.
Lol.
Fire for effect out.
Oh, they're so dead.
Submarine destroyed. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Target eliminated.
Alright, next. There's a 3 skill point right up the road from here.
Yeah, I see it. It's on our way too. You know, destroying the propane tank had a lot less impact than I was hoping for.
Well, to be fair, that's correct.
Yeah, but they don't usually put big shiny red things in video games that are worthless to shoot.
Right. That's another one of my favorite Mythbusters.
Passenger? There we go.
It's when they shoot the propane tanks with pretty much everything known to man. They shoot propane tanks with tracer rounds, and it doesn't detonate.
Gosh, sometimes real life is so disappointing.
Okay then.
What's
On
that?
the mini-map, it shows it as open waters. You drive 6 feet and then beach your boat.
Alright, well,
So, yeah, apparently this is that marsh you just walked through. That's a bit of a letdown, isn't it? I was all excited to drive it.
apparently I have to kill 3 snipers from one prone position
For what?
for my solo challenge.
Nice. Mine is to kill 3 enemies from 100 meters away without moving. So I have to line up 3 different enemies and...
I thought it said snipers. While stationary, kill 3 Santa Blanca snipers from 100 meters or further. I wonder if that means I can't be moving at all for all 3 kills?
Typically,
Or if I have to
yes.
get 3 separate kills at 100 yards.
Well, that's
Sniper
an
in the tower.
Unidad. That there is not Santa Blanca.
He doesn't count.
No.
Fucking mortar.
Got a small group of tangos.
See who all we can tag real quick.
We got a mounted weapon. Alarm over here.
Sniper, top of the tower.
That's one less bad
Sniper
guy.
in the tower. Got a 3rd target.
So, if Borderlands 2 didn't already take like 100 hours to play every single DLC in it,
Tango 5.
I would have taken the time to play that.
Sniper, top
They
of the
released
tower.
that
Yeah.
new DLC for free.
I heard about it. Isn't it just kind of leading into...
Yeah, it's leading into the 3rd one, which is cool. It's just, I just look at my characters and it's like I'd basically have to start a. And it gave you the option to like
Target eliminated.
to play and have it immediately launch you like a level 30 or a level 60 character or whatever,
Just spotted one with submachine guns.
which is cool. I mean,
Let's see, if I go to load... And we select the light machine gun and switch over to a sniper rifle. What's a good sniper rifle?
I asked the rebels to recon the area for us.
oh, I take it you're already halfway in.
Yeah.
I was still scanning people and then I got off my drone and you were gone. I was like, oh. Ooh, 200 minutes.
Kill confirmed.
1 sec, I want to test something.
It's not gonna blow our cover, is it?
No, it shouldn't. I just have to get 100 meters away from that sniper, which I think I can do from the top of this building.
Typically, when it says Santa Blanca, Unidad.
It really means Santa Blanca.
Yeah.
That's okay, I'm a terrible shot anyway.
Tango down.
Yeah, well.
Terrible shot. Terrible shot. Show your head. Maybe I can hit you.
I will say though that if they all go in after me, I will be thoroughly upset about that.
That's okay. I've got them all coming in after me.
We're going in, and then they go after me. It's like, what are you talking about? You're going after me.
Haha, they're after me.
Good.
Wow, they're like really after me.
Yeah, someone's...
The mortars is dropping mortars on my head. Help. Help.
Oh, you'll get your help after I get my skill points.
Yeah.
There we go. Here, I'm gonna go prone.
Drone is airborne.
I'm coming.
Thank you.
Well, you suck too. Alright, because I fully understand how terrible I am at sniper rifles, I'm downed again.
Well, we're probably gonna wipe here because there's an Unidad underneath me, and the way this game works, he just gets a free pass, you know. Lol. Oh, come on.
Damn, that's gonna hurt in the morning.
Thank you.
They're all after me now because I'm helping you.
I shut off the alarm.
I'm dead again, but did I pull them off of you at least?
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh
I
no,
tried.
that's not how this game works. Who keeps killing you?
God damn.
Oh, there's a guy in a big gun emplacement. I killed him this time.
Oh, that had the potential to be so cool. Actually, it was cool. I take that back. It was very cool. So I'm in the top of the building, right, with the skill points. I turn, shoot out the window, sprint to the window, dive out of it. What did you do?
I'm dead.
Really?
Yep.
Never would have guessed.
You got 3 Unidad coming your way.
Oh, there's 6 Unidad coming my way.
Damn, that's gonna hurt in the morning.
Still not sure how they magically know where I am.
Me neither, but at least they're going to have a hard time hunting you down.
Especially because I'm gone.
Alright, I'm running.
Okay, where is our next mission?
Beats me.
Ooh, Operation Archangel.
Destroy subs, Fleet 1.
The cartel has a flotilla of submarines they're
No,
using
I'm a
to
friend.
smuggle
Look,
Coop into
I'm the right
Florida.
colors.
Find the subs and
Stop shooting me. Crap.
What I wish they would have done is added a feature where, and actually I haven't tried it, so I don't know if it's there or not. It's the concept of like there are costumes for the different groups. Is it possible to put an Unidad uniform on and walk into a Unidad base and not get gunned down? Or do they all just turn and go, "You're the bad guy," and shoot you? You know?
I understand what you're saying.
Because there are some games that let you do that. I just don't know if this is one of them.
You're the bad guy. Alright, it's 6:30, which means I have scouts showing up in the next 20 minutes.
Nice, I've sneezed.
Why are you above me, you stupid chopper? I hate you. There was no reason for that. You didn't have to spot me.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go walk at the Unidad, dressed as an Unidad. Oh. Well, at least Cartel shot me on site as an Unidad.
Very good.
Care to send a drone at me? Save me.
Oh, where are you at?
I'm right behind you. I'm like 200 meters directly behind you.
Let's see. How do I change my drone?
So you go to your loadout. Oh, you go to your loadout and you click on drone, and then there's 4 choices.
Medic.
Damn, that was close.
Ah, it worked.
Any more cartel that want to just open fire on a fellow cartelian?
Tell you what, though, one of my scouts, their dad is pretty awesome. He comes and plays Magic the Gathering with me occasionally.
Oh. There's a good chance I might die again, just so you know. You can see my underwear lying through my pants. That's kind of awkward.
Another target. Count as 10.
You know, I wish they had a button that was just like shove.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I guess I'm just running the rest of the way. Are you dead again?
I'm dead. Well, it's the whole. I tried to.
1 second.
I don't understand the whole set thing here. Special outfit set.
Oh, I can't hit anything. Alright. I'm sending the drone.
Fucking hell!
Probably still gonna go down, but. Oh, hey, it only took 11 AI, but they sort of saved me.
I will tell you one thing about using the LMGs, though. They are harder to keep reloaded. They're like the only gun I've ever used in this game where I actually run out of ammo.
Really?
Well, it might just be because I'm a terrible shot. That's all there is to it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but.
No, I understand. that there's a certain freedom that comes from understanding that I am a terrible shot.
Right.
Maybe I better just accept that I'm a terrible shot at long ranges and just switch to a SMG and and 2 SMGs, one that's slightly better at range than the other SMG.
See, I always just went with ARs. and then just
Okay.
found the most accurate for my firing style.
I'm just gonna switch back to my setup. I have my M17, and I have my Evo 3, and I use the Lady Killer handgun because I think it's a pretty nice silenced gun. I don't even remember where I got it from.
You get it from completing a certain mission.
Yeah.
At some point, I need to hunt down the remaining skill points and finish upgrading my character.
Yeah.
Have I even gone one level today? No. What I'll do is after you hop off, I'll hop in a chopper and just go hit those missions, those repeat missions down in the bottom left.
Uh-huh.
And the 1 or 2 Boston Reed missions, I'll just hurry and hit those and get like 15k experience and just level up.
Sounds good.
As long as I level up at least once each time, like 1.5 times every time I get on, then I will be able to hopefully get it fairly quick. So the problem is I really need to just spend like 3 days of just grinding the crap out of this game.
Yeah. Well, if I get back on again later tonight, I'll probably be playing. Alright, come on.
You'll be playing
nice,
this or
let me
something
use-
else?
Oh, I was thinking some Satisfactory, and why? Drone. Go forth, drone. Did it not get... Did I unequip it somehow?
Sometimes it'll glitch if you have certain things happen. It's kind of hokey.
Well, this will be exciting.
Typically, if you fast travel, it'll reset it. So if you fast travel to me, I'm right next to you.
I'm looking at a
Fucking
small
mortar.
group of tangos.
Okay.
Great mortars.
Well, I still have a factory I'm setting up in Satisfactory. I'm playing Hades, which...
I'm looking at a small group of tangos.
I've always wondered if you can just call in a mortar on top of the building that has the sub and see if that actually would kill it. Otherwise, you turn your drone to
Eyes on a drug sub. This must be Cerebro's luxury model.
There we go.
Eyes on a small group of tangos.
Oh, so funny story. Remember on Sniper Elite 4? How,
Yeah.
like, my character was like level
Target
50
sight,
or
that's
something?
15.
Level 50 or 60, something like that?
Yeah?
I swapped to a new computer and it wouldn't let me
Got
carry
eyes on a
my
mounted
file
weapon.
over, so I'm like level 10.
That's a shame.
Yeah, kind of dumb. But oh well. That was a little
Tango
hokey.
15.
That's where the sub bullpen is.
I'm not suspected, but man, if this ever goes to combat, I'm in such trouble. I'm in such a bad spot.
There's a lot of guys right there.
I'm half tempted to turn down foliage just because it's the AI don't care and it doesn't do anything to help me.
Crap, they're all going to that building and sitting down.
Well, then sneak in and throw a grenade at him.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
Just a little closer. A little closer. Well, that didn't work the way I was hoping.
Oh, there we go. Now there's like half as much vegetation in between me and the enemies. There we
Crap.
go.
Well, I killed a lot of dudes.
I'm good.
Well, that was handy.
Vamos a enseñarles quién manda. ¡Disparen!
So there's a guy up on the heavy gun tower, and there's mortars coming in on my location.
I'm just glad they're hitting you and not aiming at me.
God damn.
You're right, they don't give a darn.
You already down again?
Well, I tried to not be down.
Well, hang on. This is going to blow my cover, because apparently calling in a mortar with a drone blows your cover.
I'm calling for indirect fire.
Thank you.
There we go. So now both mortars are down.
Kill confirmed. Drone is up.
Oh, I'm back to the LVOA.
Estamos por todas partes y nada. Los culeros ya se fueron. Nos están chingando y no podemos tocarlos.
How am I supposed to get a drone in there?
There's a door on the back left corner. Watch out, you got vehicles coming down the road at you. And I'm pretty sure I'm out of, oh no, I have a couple left.
Target eliminated.
Well, I got the first one.
T.
Alright, I've got a phone call, so I will be a moment. Hopefully I won't get spotted so easy.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna hurry and go for the explosive drone.
Target destroyed. Don't get slack with that security.
What are the odds of me getting away with that many dudes right there? Probably not very high.
¿Qué chingados esperas? A partir de la madre con todo.
Damn, that's gonna hurt in the morning.
So typically I'll stream for a little bit and then I go upstairs and get on my laptop and I'll keep playing games upstairs on my laptop, but at least that way I'm up with my cats. So that way they're not all alone. Our missions down here. Perfect. Northern Plain, yes.
We've got coordinates on several downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian cocaine intended for the cartel. Get to the crash sites and destroy the shipments before Santa Blanca can recover them.
Not saying that I'm abandoning him, but you know, yeah. As I say, he was hopping off anyways. It works. Yeah, I noticed most of our usuals weren't here today. That's okay. My stream was all hokey yesterday, which didn't help. Alright, let's do...
I asked the rebels to send over a team of patrols.
My plan is to hurry and do a couple missions. A couple quick missions. And hurry and level up my character real quick. Because I'm fairly close. And in theory, if I just farm these missions out real quick, I should be able to.
I'll fly.
Go on. I'll be right with you. You really ought to let me drive.
You know, I really want to go see a movie sometime. Or I could just spend a little cash and buy one show.
Got 2 birds coming in. Guess Santa Blanca spotted the crash too. Open fire.
Are you freaking kidding me? What the heck? Well, to be fair, my AI was very useful in that.
Cocaine shipment destroyed. Bowman, it's done. Macabre and the Negotiator are dead.
Bravo, Zulu.
Another
This will cripple
chopper.
negotiations with the Peruvians. Their bosses will use this to demand more concessions from El Sueño. El Sueño will tell the
Nailed him.
Peruvians to go fuck themselves. Everybody goes away unhappy.
Except us. We're shifting to the next AO.
So
Nomad
I've
out.
been grinding out in Fortnite to save the world, just to get a bunch of gold and a bunch of resources. Having a lot of fun. I just finally figured out how to grind a bunch of gold really fast. Come to find out, there's a bunch of war game options where there's guys that play, and it's like basically they've already built the world to do what it's supposed to do. You just have to be there to make sure it doesn't fail. And if everything works out correctly, which typically it does, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to actually engage too much in combat as much as just keep on the walls, keep it safe and stuff. Wait. There. There's certain angles where
Helo's fucked.
you're more likely to miss, so I gotta be careful. But anyway, so there's these guys that they found a way to farm absurd amounts of gold,
Marking an enemy.
like cheap amounts of gold, and they leave their games open to the public, so like it's specific war games. But it's cool because if you
Oh,
do
shit,
it,
we've been
if
spotted.
you play along, then it lets you do a bunch of missions or get a bunch of resources for really cheap. So like the one I was doing,
We've got coordinates on several downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian cocaine intended
think
for the
it would
Cargo
give me
destroyed.
250 to 300 gold per mission, and each mission took about 15 minutes max. I would play, what would happen is they would play as constructors, the main guy who had the world play as a constructor, and then have it set to like auto heal and auto damage enemies. And then what I would do is I'd play as a ninja, and then I would just hop around and hit the little time clocks to decrease the time, called time cheats. And so if you grab the time cheats, then it takes 15 seconds off of the mission timer. So I'd shave off an extra 3-4 minutes in time clocks over the course of the 15 minutes. I'd shave off about 3-4 minutes. And then the second the game ended, they'd immediately relaunch it again and play it the exact same again. And so the nice thing about it is, as far as like just trying to grind gold, I mean, you get 300-ish gold per mission for 15 minutes. So as long as I just keep playing with them, I mean, I can grind all kinds of gold.
Marking the captain.
Which is good, because it let me get a bunch of stuff I've been saving up for. Error.
Engaging hostiles.
Oh, here we go. They've seen us.
That batch of Polvo Blanco is destroyed.
Man, the speed at which you can go backwards in this game is really fast. I'm at 155% bonus supplies, 148% tier points. let's do Cabra real quick.
We have intel that La Cabra is scheduled for a meet with her
Did my
Peruvian
missions
counterpart.
reset?
Crash the meeting
They
and
did.
eliminate them both.
Cool. When the missions reset, so certain things seem to reset them. Gaining a level resets a bunch of the missions. Session restarting seems to reset a bunch of the missions. And if so, then I'll just turn around and hit these exact same missions over again immediately. Get these 4 over, and it's like 12,000 experience, 13,000 experience, something like that. It's 3 times 4, yeah, 12. And then if I go shoot down, what's the bones do? Breakpoint, I'm definitely gonna miss having the AI, even though they were hokey. They're cutting out the AI altogether just so that they don't have to deal with all the issues of trying to make the AI look correct and work correct and be seen or not seen correct. It's really hard to do with programming because it's like you have to be able to have the player be able to play while having the AI do their job but not overstep their job or understep their job, and I hate this mountain range. So dumb. That's the point. Like it'll literally shoot you down and fail you for going over the mountain instead of going around the mountain. But anyway. It should be right.
Got eyes on the Cabra.
There.
There's the Peruvian negotiator. Negotiator's down. He's dead. HVT is down. Say again, La Cabra is down. Target KIA.
¡Nos están teniendo las tropas enemigas! ¡Nos están atacando!
Oh shit, we've been spotted.
300 experience for shooting them down. Alright, I need to get out of hunted. Okay. Okay.
We've got coordinates on several downed
If it'll let me
airplanes
just
loaded
farm
with
this mission
Peruvian
again, heck
cocaine
yeah, I
intended
will.
for the cartel. Get to the crash sites and destroy the shipments before Santa
Typically,
Blanca
this
can
game gives
recover
you
them.
so many runs on each mission set, and then every time you play a mission, like every time you replay a mission, it drops the value of the experience of the mission by half. But then once you level up and we're in session, then it resets. Which is where it's nice, because it means you can just keep flying around in the mountains up here and get a crap ton of experience really quickly. I remember this place. This is actually one of my favorite places
Second
to
target. I got a target carrying submachine
take
gun.
out that base right underneath me. It's one of my favorite ones to sneak through.
Got 2 birds coming in. Guess Santa Blanca spotted the crash too.
Opening fire.
Next 5. Weapons free.
¡Mierda! ¡Chingada madre! ¡Hay un putero de soldados gringos acá! ¡Mátenlos!
Oh, here we go. They've seen us.
I missed. Kidding me, I missed.
Cocaine shipment destroyed.
Gave me the full 3,000. Hot dog. Wait, there's a chopper too. Where's he at?
The lieutenant's trying to escape.
Mid-
I'm shooting these fuckers.
Lol. I'm gonna get away with that chopper. Alright, let's restart Southern Plain. Yeah,
We've got
Copper's
coordinates on
already
several downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian cocaine intended for the cartel. Get to the
All
crash
in all, I'd
sites
say
and
my
destroy
AI
the
do
shipments
seem to
before
be
Santa
fairly
Blanca
helpful,
can
which is
recover
nice.
them.
But yeah, Fortnite Save the World is kind of a weird game because it keeps going in and out of being good. Like, every time I'm on, like, I'll get on and I'll be like, man, this is a fun game. And then I'll get on and I'm like, man, this is a dumb game. Or, man, there's not enough people. Or, man, this, man, that. And then I'll get on a day later and I'm like, wow, it's perfect. You know, there's plenty of people, plenty of this, plenty of that. It's like, no.
Enemy spotted. Another tango. Spotted one with submachine gun. Cargo destroyed.
I mean, look how fast. Look at this. We're already what, quarter of the way done.
Ah, shit. We've been spotted.
Eastern plane is next. The
We've
nice
got
thing is,
coordinates on several downed airplanes
if you do it
loaded with
correctly,
Peruvian cocaine intended
it's
for the
actually quite
cartel.
easy to farm
Get
up
to the
in
crash
this,
sites
in
and
this
destroy
game.
the shipments
If you do
before
it
Santa
correctly,
Blanca
like
can recover them.
if you just farm missions and you farm the same, 15, 20 missions over and over and over again, you can grind through it pretty quick. Like you can drop a level an hour or a level an hour or two. Like if I finish this mission here and then fast travel up and do the Boston Reed mission. If I do the Boston Reed mission and shoot him down, and then do, basically those ones, and then I'd have to see what other missions. And then even at that point, if I just start going around shooting up convoys, right
Got a
there's
tango.
one.
Fire, fire, fire!
Oh, here we go. They've seen us.
And I might attempt to farm this. Where is it? Heck.
That batch of Polvo Blanco is destroyed.
Okay. Now the question is, are there any convoys? Yeah, there are. Because if I can go take out a couple convoys real quick, like if I can, my helicopter's dying, I can either go take out that helicopter or fast travel immediately. And one thing I might try doing today is when I get off, I might, so I put Wildlands on my laptop to try out upstairs. And the problem is my laptop is really, really good. It just overheats. And that's just the bane of any laptop, is you have so much hardware in such a tiny space that you run something heavy like this and you just burn through your laptop. I have mine set up with a, what do you call it? I have a, like a cooling pad underneath it. Like a fan, cooling fan, 3 giant fans blowing up underneath my laptop. And they help a lot. I'm afraid of games like this because even with the fan, it still runs really hot. I can play Fortnite with as long as I have the multi-thread rendering turned down or turned off, that's just fine. I'm trying to think of what other missions I can do that would be really easy and fast. Because if we look, we're already level 20, we're already level 19. And we're already making fairly good progress towards the next level. We're already like a third of the way down. The hard part is there's only so many missions that are fast, that offer a lot of experience. There's a lot of missions I can redo that are fast, but they're only worth like 800 experience or whatever. And at that point, flying around and tagging convoys is worth as much as those ones are. Now I'm going to try something here. I want to see if I can set up the order of assault and see if I can get them to shoot the convoy for me. Because I can nuke the front vehicle, I can nuke the back vehicle, and I can nuke the helicopter.
You got a chopper.
Let's see.
Escort car has been destroyed.
That one's done.
Opening fire. Escort car destroyed. Watch it, those dudes are wearing full battle rattle. Escort car has been destroyed.
Oh, he is shooting the convoy for me.
trying to run.
Seems to have worked. Get out of here. That was interesting because my guys actually, like, shot it appropriately, which was different. I've never actually spent the time to just let my guy shoot the
Combo
convoy,
truck's
like
secure.
let my
Guitar's
gunner.
people are on the way to come pick up the gear. I requested a vehicle from...
Nice. Next one, we got a food convoy there. I really need to spend time.
I'm good. Crank it.
What is that called?
Coming right at us. Any ideas, boss?
I need to spend time farming up all of the skill points so I can finish maxing out my character. Oh, as well as the medals, the bonus medals. I have about 4 medals left that I don't have, as well as I have about 5 or 6 of the top tiers that I don't have either. Yeah, feel free to look at me.
What the fuck you do that for? That was a civilian.
Well, you know. Something about getting behind the wheel of this powerful of a helicopter and then just flying down the road nuking every single Unidad vehicle on the road. I'm not going to say I'm drunk with power, but man, these rockets are awesome. Oh, and an enemy spawned in right behind me. Funny thing is, he spawned in. He wasn't there. I already flew over that chunk and he was not there. It's 280 experience. I mean,
Tango marked, but he's got a civilian nearby. Ready? Fire, fire, engage
Roger.
target.
seems to be an utter waste of time to be engaging in that.
We ain't here to run down civilians, dipshit.
Yeah, screw that. It's not worth my time. Not when there's a convoy on the road. Everyone's freaking out.
Taking a shot. Ah, shit. We've been spotted.
Every time it says Weaver spotted, I keep thinking war, and I'm like, war? War's not in my game.
Damage chopper.
Escort car destroyed.
This area is bad. There's lots of anti-air.
Engaging hostile.
Escort car has been destroyed.
How the heck did I do that?
Escort.
And I nuked the stupid thing. Yeah, and my helo's almost dead anyway, so let's just hurry and land.
We got what we came for. Let's clear out. The rebels can send in a team.
Okay.
To pick up the food like
Oh, we're still listening to... Okay. Sure. Oh yeah, and then there's some diversions that I don't have done yet either. That's annoying.
turrets in this vehicle.
Oh dear. Let's see if this
I'll pilot.
takes out my blade. Yeah. Yeah, so dumb. We're gonna spawn it on top of a vehicle. That way when it spawns in, it explodes, and you can't actually use it. 30 seconds.
Clear.
Yeah, it's gonna take a sec for that to finish. 7 o'clock? Yeah, by 8 I want to be off for sure. Nice civvies. I do like when the civvies wave at me. I'm like running through and they're like, oh hey, you're those American people. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Bad guys in the area.
I asked the rebels to send over a vehicle for us.
Oh, thank you. I'm just looking. It's not too far on either side of the power lines.
Go on without me. Let's ride.
I'm not going to get any credit because it's going to let the guy live. I think that's one of the stupidest things they added in this game. I understand the reasoning behind it, but I don't think it was correct. It's the wrong type of change for a game. Like, let me explain. There are a lot of games that boast of being true combat simulators, or pretty darn close to true combat simulators. And one of the biggest things that removes that is when you change reality for the sake of making it easier for someone in a game that's not made to be easy.
Escort
This game
vehicle
is
is
not
destroyed.
designed to be easy. So why on earth would you
Opening
make
fire.
it so that you can take a rocket?
Escort has been destroyed.
Find a subject back first with a victory base and rip the belt. Spaghetti. What is spaghetti?
Say the word, boss.
Good man. Oh, not good. Who invited you to my
Target
party?
spotted.
You're kidding me.
Jesus, you just hit a civilian.
I love how I locked on and then missed. What is spaghetti, man? Oh dear. Oh boy.
Nice job.
But yeah, Nate, what is spaghetti? Skill point.
The rebels will make great use of this stuff. Far better they have it than the cartel.
Belt spaghetti? Okay, so let me ask you a question. Sorry,
I got a narco over here.
let me ask you a question. Are you using any kind of resource?
Civilians in the area. Watch your targets.
Are you using any kind of resource
We're good.
I got a target carrying
organizing
submachine guns.
mod?
Drone is airborne.
So, like, for example, are you using like warehouses with loaders, or are you using anything at all? Because if you're using something, it'll make it easier. If you're not using anything, then you have to be very meticulous about how you put it together so that it stays clean.
Round must have gone right
Are you
past his head.
kidding me?
He knows
Getting
he's in
I
trouble.
got a hit marker on him.
Target acquired. Standing by.
Going hot.
That guy's
Oh,
his.
that makes me so angry.
Okay, we're still all right.
That's the kind of thing that's going to make me put the honey badger
They're
on
unmarked.
it. Yeah,
Ready? Open fire.
Copy
Could
that.
have called in the rebels for
this
some
is the kind of stuff
reinforcements.
that makes me
Tango
angry.
down. I'm opening fire on these shitheads.
Yeah, I'm using warehouses with loaders, but I keep adding to make more things and it just got worse. Okay, so let me give me a second here, and I will explain. I will share and explain.
Why'd you shoot a civilian?
Why'd you shoot a civilian? Oh, because that civilian was in my way. I don't know. I love how they act like I was
Contact.
aiming.
Tango at the dump.
Yeah, I can't stand this. Honey Badger, you are not my favorite. If I'm sneaking around quietly, you're great. Otherwise, I can't stand you. The recoil is horrible on it. So what draws me in this game as far as weapons go? Oh, I forgot it was this one. I hate this location. This location sucks because it has this fence around the outside, around the entire perimeter that you can't destroy. So literally, there's one way in, one way out. So now I gotta run around the entire perimeter to get in.
We done?
Okay, so what I
Shit, I kinda got
recommend
all
is
excited
setting
there.
up a belt convoy where you have one direction that the belt goes, and then when you need to take resources off, you then spread them out to the sides. So your belt goes this way, but then you have stuff coming off the sides as you need it. If you give me half a second here, let me grab this piece and then complete like one more mission, and I'll show you.
We're gonna look around here for some intel.
I'll swap over to Factorio for half a second, show you. I'm just running in to grab that thingamajiggy. Ooh, there's also a Kingslayer file here, which makes me happy. There's a lot of... This game has so many collectibles that I haven't gotten yet. Like a legend, and then a medal. Okay. Alright, let me fast travel up north. Can't fast travel. How about now? Perfect. Okay. But anyway, the idea is you want to offset your warehouses. So basically, what I recommend is offsetting your warehouses so there's at least, was it 2 spaces in between your warehouses? And the reason being is you want enough space that you can put an output loader and an underground belt to go underneath the other warehouses. Let's see if this convoy is still there. Nope, it despawned it. This game is kind of sad about that. Alright, I was just gonna do the Reed mission and then probably the convoy mission. Is the convoy worth Route 31? Yeah, it
We've
is.
got a location and the code we need to draw Reed out of hiding. Let's set it
Okay.
to the son of a bitch and
But
take
yeah,
him out.
remind me here in a second, and we'll.
Hang on, I'll drive.
Sorry, I have cat hair stuck on me.
I'm set,
Remind me
let's
here
go.
in a minute, and I'll show you. I've been practicing with different controls because apparently on controller there's 2 different e-brakes. Left trigger is an e-brake and reverse, and right and A is a e-brake as well, which is like.
Coming up on the airstrip now. I'm spotting another tango. Deploying drone.
I'm
Moving
moving
to a
on.
good
Hold up.
sight line.
Let me get a good sight line.
Copy. Switching to new target.
Enemy marked.
I've got the target. Roger. Target marked.
Target spotted.
Ready. Call the shot.
Alright, those
Dropped it.
3 down. That one
Got a
there.
tango.
That guy there. U3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, these guys are all kind of watching. Send a mission about what it looks like. Ooh, message on Discord of what it looks like. Let me look. Okay, the issue you're having. Can I make it bigger? Whoa. Your picture is so big. Okay. Okay, so the issue that you have here is you're trying to build in too tight of a space. Yeah, your space is too tight. Now, part of this might be due to the map type you have, because it looks like it's very, very tight. But as far as it goes, yeah, hang on one sec, let me finish nuking all these dudes. Oh. Can I get you two without anyone carrying? I can get him without anyone carrying. He's walking. Explains why I couldn't line up a shot on him.
Relax, we're still good.
Man, I'm good with that crossbow. Sort of. When I'm not missing the one dude, I'm really good. The basis I'm running into is where you set up your base.
We'll
you're
let the
on
rebels
top
know
of
where
your
to find these
resources,
supplies.
not
They can pay
next
us
to your
back later.
resources. And let me look at your picture again here. So yeah, you're building on top of your resources, and you're trying to
I'm entering the
connect
codes
everything
now.
as
Reed
close
should be
together
receiving
as
a signal.
physically
He'll
possible.
show up any second.
You
Set up
think
for the
I should
ambush.
do a bus of the plates and then build there. I think you should build a bus of your plates. So the way I always recommend, is set up a couple buildings. So like what I do is I'll set up 3 buildings in a row that are like 1 or 2 squares away from each other, right? And I'll do
Targeting
one
coming.
that holds.
Get ready.
Okay. I'll do one that has just warehouses in it to fill with like iron ore, so that I can harvest and get more space off of the ground, right? Because every inch of your picture there is covered in resources, and so therefore you're at the mercy of your resources as to how much you can and can't build and can and can't expand. So if you set up a building, like one of your tier 1 buildings, and then just have all of your miners
Helicopter inbound.
of like iron dumped into that one building, and then have it go into a warehouse, 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 out the other side, and then from there go like your processing building, and then from there go another building with like maybe either stacking
Chopper,
or something.
down.
I did not activate this.
Escort
That's
destroyed.
the target. Weapons free.
Take.
Yeah, we're gonna wipe, but it's stupid because I didn't. Okay, I didn't activate the laptop. If I walk over the laptop, it says use.
Thanks.
See right here.
Escort vehicle is destroyed.
See, I never activated the laptop to have Boston Reed appear. I walked up to the laptop and it just auto-played it. So, but anyway, let me give me half a sec here, and then I'll do one last mission, and then I'll switch over to Factorio, and then I'll hop off for the night.
We're clear. Y'all good?
All right. I want to do the convoy.
We've got word that a massive shipment of cocaine is being
Last pack of
transported by
targets in
convoy
this
to
vehicle.
Brazil. Make sure those trucks don't reach the border.
In theory, this one I can literally just fly over, shoot it, and be done. But if we go to... Yeah, see, I'm already halfway already to tier 18. Please say I'm not going to nick it.
Move out. I'm on your 6. I'm on.
But anyway, let me nuke this convoy, and then I'll switch over to Factorio for a second. I'll show you. I built one on mine. Oh, that's the Unidad base right there.
Alright, breathe easy.
The one. So there's approximately 5 or 6 anti-air across this area, across this entire region here. One is at that Unidad base there. There's one there, 3 at the airfield on the top, and then there's like 1 or 2 along the border. This one's literally just a nuke convoy.
Convoy's destroyed. The cartel just took a big fucking hit to their bottom line.
Oh, actually, while I'm here,
Outstanding work in Kawani. Eliminating Reed has disrupted the entire smuggling network. Grounding their planes has cut Santa Blanca's output in the province by 2/3. What about the overland route? The data you got from the truck depot is allowing us to map the entire operation from beginning to end. Once we're sure we have everything, we'll notify law enforcement across the border and
yeah, there were some
series
civvies on
raids.
the end of that. Okay. So, I need to buy. Never understood this. How come it locks this to this? Whatever. I'll pre-order out here in a second. I haven't pre-ordered the beta yet to get access to the beta yet. Okay. All right.
Disaster.
All right. So let's go quick to desktop. Launch. Come on. Launch. Factorio. And I'll show you real quick. I'll show you what I mean. And it's not much. You don't need much. The problem with yours is just there's no way to expand. Your expansion is limited by what you've already done with the previous pieces, which is where you're running into trouble. Even if you have all of your iron going into one building to smelt, from there it can't go anywhere from there. Like that iron goes to one building and then outputs into one other building. The easiest thing I know to do is to throw down 2 or 3 buses. Typically, there's a little bit of stutter lag there. Typically, when I build mine, I will only do typically the basic resources on buses. So this is the world I was trying to stream yesterday, and for some reason I was having trouble. So if you look here, I've got my mining going on over here, okay? Mining is going into these crates, or these warehouses, as of the moment. This is actually incredibly messy for the moment. I'm currently in the process of fixing that, thus this building here. I'm going to empty all of these into this building, set this building right there, and then I'll set up a bunch of miners on the iron and just have it dump into this building. Because if you look, it's very simple. It's just the entire point is just to get it off of the path. I want it off of here and inside of a building, because buildings you can pick up and move if you need to. So like for example, I'll set up one of these at each of my train depots. That way all of the mining will happen and then feed into one of these buildings and then feed out onto a train, kind of a thing. That way when the train is full and waiting, the mining can still go on, because most of the time, unless you're super ultra mega basing, typically your resources will back up at some point. Like for example, my iron isn't really doing anything right now. Oh, hang on, kitty. 1 second, I'll head upstairs. But anyway, so basically all the iron's going to be in that building, which then feeds into this building, which is processing. These give me, for every 2 iron I get, or for every 2 pure iron I get 3 plates. So it's a 50% increase in output. And then this one is cooking it and then stacking it into the plates. And the reason why is what it does is it means instead of me having 4 fast loaders going from one to the other, I only need 2, because each one of those plates is 5 plates. So that's a bazillion plates right there. And then what I'm doing is I'm then having it output into notice they're stacking belt boxes. There's 2 instead of 1, and that's because in order to have red, I have to have red circuits, which I don't have excess of at the moment. Once I do, I'll be able to have just a single one of these feeding into 1 and then back out. But anyway, so basically I'm taking the stacked stuff and then I'm just using that at where I need it, and then you just offshoot it. So basically this is my bus, and then I offshoot as I need it. Ultimately what would happen is if I continue to grow this base, what would happen is I would end up with another one of these over here, feeding more, and then eventually, in the long run, it would most likely be where it would be over here, where I'd have like a thing here and a thing here. So it'd be like copper here, iron here, stone here, coal here, whatever, and then have that be the bus moving across the map, right? And then from there, you then offshoot just what you need. So like for here, I have one offshoot going that way, and then over here I have one offshoot going down and another offshoot going down. And then up here, the bus continues going forward, and then there's one offshoot going down and one offshoot going up, and then one or two going up into there. And then from here, I have a splitter going into one little development station. This one's doing military science. This one has just iron and copper in. And the easiest thing I found, so do you use warehouses to offshoot? Yes. I use the warehouses as the hubs where the resources go off of. Yeah. So the main bus is the resources get processed, end up in the warehouses, and then I use the warehouses to offshoot for the pieces. And the reason why I like it so much is it's very, very clean. It makes a very, very clean defense, or clean base type, and it makes it relatively easy to rebuild later. So most bases are in different stages of development. This one is a medium development here. Yours, I would say, is small to medium development, and yours is only stuck on small, maybe just because of your inability to expand based off of the whole spaghetti aspect you're talking about. But if you can set up some kind of a system, and you can do it however you want, just make it so it's organized so that it's easy to move stuff around. So like for example, I've got these ones up here. So I've got coal. In theory, I would end up with like a coal one here. But at the moment, the only coal I have is going here and then here. And then I'm offshooting from here up to where I need it. Because coal in general, you only need it in 2 or 3 places typically. So like I have one going for military science. I have one up here that's going to be feeding in to do my oil. Now I'm doing bioindustries oil, which means I'm using the bioreactors to produce algae, and then you use the algae, you output the algae and then mix it with coal to make oil. See, so I've got coal, algae, and steam will create oil and then water, and then I'll refeed the water straight back in to create the steam again, and then I'll take the oil and then I'll then start processing oil accordingly. And I already have a coal input, so I can do a coal input all the way up and then loop it back around if I want. This is actually backwards, this whole steam thing. This whole line will not be steam. That's incorrect. I will only have 2 or 3 of these probably, maybe 2, maybe 3 of these, and then this will then loop over, which means that algae biomass is probably inaccurate too. I'm probably only going to have it be so big. Because I'll probably end up needing 3 here. Oh, and then I need stone. I'm just going to grab a stack of... flickering again. Okay. Oh, not you. You. That's what happens. That's the whole putting the stuff on the top to let me know what it is. Alright, so if we do it this way, steam to say there, okay? And then steam is that one and that one. And then the algae is that one. From here, I would actually sever this. I need 1 pump piece. Kitty! Hang on 1 second, bud, and I'm gonna head upstairs with you. I'm sorry, 1 second. He's like, pay attention to me. I've been streaming basically all day, and so my cats want attention too. So, there we go. Point here being I want to suck all the biomass out and feed it in like that. So I'll try to soak up all of it and get it out here in these resources. Alright, and then something I recommend in general, design your base so that it is as modular as possible. So if you need to make it better, or if you need to add on, you can add on. So typically, like something like this, other than this piece here, like I could add an extra 2 or 3 red or an extra 2 or 3 green, typically. That's a tiny building though, so it's limited. The military one's a good example. So military is built as much as I need, but I built it where it's like I could add a couple extra grenade makers, a couple extra AP makers, I can add extra steel makers down the side. Try to make it as modular as you want. Something I recommend as well is to decide the scale that you want your base to be and then stick to that scale. For example, I build all of my science production at a 1 per second ratio. So for example, it takes 5 seconds to make 1 red science, so therefore I have 5, i.e. 1 a second. Green takes 6 seconds, so there's 6. So there's 5 here, there's 6 here. Military science produces 2 at a time and it's a 10-second build, so I have 5. Right? Because that equals 1 a second. And then later I'll have it set up here on the top half to produce blue, and then blue is the most expensive of all of the sciences, just because it's got the worst ratio output. So that one's cheap, that one's cheap. This one you get 2, this one you get 1, or no, blue you do get 2 again. But yeah, it's a 24-second build time. That's the problem. It's a 24-second build time, so I need 12. Where the next biggest is a 6. 12 is kind of a lot. Sorry, I gotta pet the cat. He's like, love me. You've been downstairs all day. All right, hang on a sec. I'm just finishing up here, kitty. But anyway, so the idea is like I build my entire base off of a 1 per second time, right? And then I build just as many as I can here, and then I feed them in directly into the lab that way, and then I just use the arms to pass it along to try and do it as quickly as possible. But yeah, if you can exact build your ratios as much as possible, then that also gives you a better output. So like exact ratios in, exact ratios out. I gotta get off my cats. My cat's ready for my time infection. So anyway, I'm off for the day. You guys have a great time. I might be on tomorrow for a short stream, like an hour, hour and a half, and then day after probably again hour, hour and a half, and then the weekend I should be able to be on a little bit longer. Basically, I have work tomorrow afternoon and the day after, and I will try to, Nate, I will try to send you more information about this as well as just I'll try to stream it more so you can see it. So anyway, I'm off. You guys have a great day. I will catch you guys later this week.